If you go to some big hotels, they have what they call buffet. Buffet will display every type of manner of food. And you get to pick and choose the one you like. If you don't like rice, there's spaghetti. You don't want spaghetti, there is yam. You don't like yam, there is I am that I am. Hallelujah. There is potato. There is plantain. They have goat's meat. They have chicken. They have cow. They have fish. They have every type. But you know that everybody has his own taste. What Mr. A will choose is not what Mr. B will choose, because everybody has his taste. That is how every family, they have their own taste of a particular sin. What is that one that occupies you? If you find it out, you'll discover it's the same thing that occupies your siblings, your brothers and your sisters, and it's the same thing that occupied your fathers and your mothers. A 71-year-old pastor was finally caught and exposed and disgraced for sleeping with a 21-year-old girl. It was very shameful. He lost his church, lost his ministry, lost his wife, lost his family, lost everything at the age of 71, and was so disgraced. Meanwhile, that thing, he has been living in that thing for years. And under that shame, he broke down and wept and cried. And he said to the people, well, what has happened to me? I've never been able to sort myself out. The truth of the matter is that my own father had 7 wives. I come from a polygamous background. And my father's father had 11 wives. So me, I have tried. Roots. What is your occupation? Number 3 question. Whence camest thou? Where were you born? I listened to, I think it should have been Dr. Lukoya, I'm not sure. But I listened to somebody sometime years ago who talked about a woman who was pregnant and registered in a native doctor place. And on the day of delivery, she went to deliver in the native doctor house. And as the first child came out, they discovered it's not one child, they are twins. Meanwhile, she has paid for the delivery of one child. And the native doctor said, I have finished my job. He said, bring out the other one. No. You have to pay another money for the second child. So I don't have money again. It's okay, then carry the child, go. Problem busted there. The husband was there. The people, they were able to bundle the wife. And good enough, opposite that, on the other side of the road, they know there's a pastor whose wife is a midwife. And they rushed in there and called on the pastor, please help us. Is your wife around? And the midwife, the wife came out, the midwife, and delivered that child, the second baby. Both were male boys. And one was born in the house of native doctor on the same day. The other brother is born in the house of man of God. One grew up to become one grew up to become so diabolical and became an armed robber. In fact, he ended up in prison. And the other one became a very sound child of God, man of God, of great repute. Whence comest thou? Do you know where you were born? Do you know how you were born? Do you know from where you came? Do you even know your family background? Some of you may not even know the real family you came from, because we live in a generation where your father may not be your real father and your mother may not be your real mother. They may cover up and you don't know where you come from, so you don't even know your roots. I've handled so many cases like that. I handled a case of a 37-year lady not too long ago who just discovered that her father is not her father. That the mother was having an affair outside and gave birth and said to the daughter, don't mention what I'm telling you. I'm telling you this because I've seen what you're passing through and I just want to help you. But for your information, that your papa is not your papa. He himself does not know you are not the daughter. Can you ask the person by your side, do you know is your papa? Who is your mama? Where you come from? Where did you come from? Where comest thou? Where comest thou? Where comest thou? That is how a lady who had 3 female children, married in a home, happy, but no male child, and visited the mother in the village and slept on the same bed with the mother. She doesn't know, but it's like something left the mother that very night, but she cannot understand it. But in the morning, she just woke up and decided to go and visit her old boyfriend, who happened to be a bicycle repair. He repairs bicycle, a drunkard. And she went and meet the old boyfriend, slept with him. She carried belly. She carried pregnancy. And she hid from the husband until she delivered a male child. And the husband thinks that is his child. And he was so happy that finally he has a male child. And he celebrated. And this woman was now living in guilt and decided to go home and visit Mama and tell Mama, see you, that time I came to visit you, something happened. Oh, my daughter, what happened? I went and visited my former boyfriend, and I carry belly, I carry pregnancy. And the mother said, and so, what do you want to do about it? Well, my pastor has been teaching on foundational background and bloodline iniquity, and I want this thing to be dealt with. So I'm thinking of how to go and confess to my husband so we can. The mother said, don't you try that. Don't you know that you, the man that is your father, is not your father? That even your papa does not know that me, there are certain things we women, we keep to ourselves from generation to generation. So this one I have kept. Daughter, go and keep it. And let me shock you again, my daughter. Even me, my own father is not my father. Please ask the person again by your side, you, where do you come from? And that's why the daughter said, well, my dear mother, this one is all the more the reason why we have to deal with this matter now. This is a root iniquity. And if I don't deal with it, my daughter will handle it. And that was how she went and met the husband and told the husband. The husband was laughing. The husband laughed. He said, my dear wife, may I know, God showed me this thing long time ago. I've been praying for you, that God will bring you to the place so your senses will come, where you'll be able to come and approach me. Now you have come and approached me. Oh yeah, let's go and meet that your boyfriend who gave you belly, so we can settle him, and that child now become legitimately my child. And the young man in the village, he didn't ask for big thing. All he asked is for a brand new bicycle. End of story. Number 4 question. They asked Jonah, what is thy country? So what tribe do you come from? What is the name of your village? What is your country? What is the spirit that controls your tribe and your village? If you don't know these things, well, congratulations, welcome to a new year. This new year you may not succeed. It may go like other years until you deal with background, foundation, and roots. There are certain things that have been fighting you in your past years and keeping you at one level. Until you deal with the issue at your background, then the front ground cannot be cleared. But today, heaven shall place angels on assignment. They will clear your background so your front ground can move forward. That is how God said to Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 2. He said, you should not marry a wife, neither should you have sons and daughters from this place. Sir, there are certain tribes, certain village, certain family. When you marry, you have married wahala. You have been married to generational demons. You have been married to giants that are 300 feet tall. Ancient powers that nobody has been able to overcome them. And in case by mistake you entered such a home, today may the sword of the Lord enter your hand. May such a giant be leveled in the mighty name of Jesus. I can talk a lot on this issue, but I am dealing with 6 questions and time is running. Can you ask somebody again by your side? Bro, what's the name of that your village, by the way? What is that your village? Number 5 question. What people art thou? This kind of question they are asking Jonah is wonderful. What people art thou? That's family background. Who are your people? What is your family? Who is your father and your mother? What people are thou? Because in every family there are 2 things. There's the physical genetic code and there's the spiritual genetic code. The physical genetic code is why you look like your father and your mother. You resemble them. That's the physical. Me, I'm a 6 foot 3 inches. My father was 6 foot 5. I have a senior brother. He's 6 foot 3. His name is Nico. I have another senior brother. His name is Gary. He's 6 foot 4. We are all 6 footers. I have a son. His name is Apostle. He's just whether small boy. He's already 6 foot 2. He's competing with me. He flows in the genetic code. My mama, her nose is very pointed like this. I collected that nose from my mama. It's in the DNA. Inside the physical genetic code, there are also genetic physical sicknesses. Diabetes, leukemia, high blood pressure, hypertension, cancer, fibroid. These things, they are not new to you. Check out your family. They were there. If it was not in your mother, it was in your grandmother. They are always, those kind of diseases are always genetic. Sickle cell anemia. They are always in the blood. And they follow from one generation to another generation. There is no sickness that is new in a family. There's a physical genetic code. Today we want to believe God. When it's time to pray, pray. Because God have assured me, everybody under my voice, as you pray, there will be a mighty demon that will live your life. There is also a spiritual genetic code. The spiritual genetic code, anger. Hey, you say that is how we are. When the thing come on you, you can kill. Before you have spilled blood, before your heart come down. The spiritual genetic code, poverty. There are some men, there are some families, it's the women that bring food to the men. You can even go to university and have degree. You have degree, but you don't have money. Because in your family is the wife who have to provide for the man. The man have to sit down in the house and become a slave in the house. Sir, in your family, do you have anybody, if there's any crisis now that hit your home, do you have anybody that can cough out common 300,000-400,000 naira? Anybody like that? Including you? There's a root problem. There is a root problem. Poverty in the bloodline. Poverty in the bloodline. I know a case of a woman came, I handled the case. She went mental. And I asked, what about the parent? They said the mother also. Exactly the same case happened to the mother. That went mental just like that. These are spiritual genetic codes that run in the bloodline. They asked Jonah, what people art thou?